Good morning. It is a new day here in Portland. It's like our 4th day here maybe, and we are having a Portland exclusive here. We are eating voodoo donuts. Me and Manda actually got the voodoo donut guy. So here's his needle sticking out of his head. It's a pretzel, and inside of him is raspberry puree, and these donuts are around $3.50. We're gonna try these donuts out and we'll let you know how the voodoo donut is. Here we go. It's now 5 p.m. here and we made it out of the RV, and it is cold, it is dark. We're heading towards Mount Hood, which is also considered a volcano. I think it's called a stratosphere volcano. It looks like a cone kinda, the way it shoots up into the sky. It's 11,500 feet, which is a couple thousand more than Mount St. Helens before it erupted. And that's where we're headed. Hopefully it doesn't have any kind of eruptions while we're there. Timberline Lodge was built back in the 1930s by a bunch of artisans, so we're going to check that out. We have now climbed about 5,000 feet here. It was really cloudy. As we climb, we've gone above the clouds. It is now sunny, and we are making our way up to the Timberline Lodge here. Here's a little bit of what it looks like. It's a pretty nice wide road. We haven't hit many switchbacks. We didn't think we were going to be able to see Mount Hood because of the cloud cover, but now that we're above it, we just saw a peek of the peak. Haha.
Whoa!
Wow.
I think I just seen the famous lake everybody.
It's weird that Mount Hood is the only mountain that looks like this, you know? Like, I understand it's a volcano, but like it doesn't look like anything in its surrounding.
Wow!
Right there's a peak of it, of the peak. So that is our second peak of the peak right there. And every time we see it, it's pretty amazing looking.
Whoa!
It's still towering above us when we're 5,000 feet up. And you can still see snow on it all the way through, more than halfway through summer, you can still see snow on it. However, they did say due to climate change that it may be a short time soon where there might not be any snow on it anymore. And that's crazy because there's a glacier on it. I think we're coming up on the lodge because we're at mile marker 2. I did ask if you could drive to the peak of Mount Hood, and everybody considers the lodge pretty much the peak, I think. The only way to get really up to the peak would be to hike it.
And I don't want to go hiking. We'll get lost.
This sign right here says entering winter recreation area, parking permits required. So I don't know if
It said only from November 1st to April 30th.
we don't have to get anything right now, but you can see not a lot of snow on the mountain. And I know from past pictures this mountain is usually covered a lot more than what you're seeing right here. We made it to the lodge. It's very windy out here and cold. If it wasn't for the wind, it wouldn't be as cold. Here we go, walking up the lodge stairs. Surprising it's all wood, right? With all the cold weather.
Oh, yeah.
It's all wood siding. Wow, look at that door. Looks like a door to a castle, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We are now walking around to the back side of Timberline Lodge here. And right here is where you get a good view of the peak of Mount Hood. All right, let's keep hiking. We're doing good.
You hear that?
Yeah, I think he's howling to his buddies. He's probably like, there's 3 of them. Extra snacks. That is beautiful. It's just really a bummer that it's not covered in a lot of snow after those horrible once-in-a-lifetime heat waves that Portland had over the summer, about 115 degrees, I think.
So guys, we are on a trail. We're walking on Mount Hood. There's a lot of different trees, but it's really pretty. There is a snow melt now.
Oh, mountain lion!
Where? Mountain and we are going to continue on. Sorry if it's a little shaky, but I'm so glad. What? You see him? Oh no! No. Do we lose him?
Yes, you did.
Hey.
Introducing Isaac Sparta Remix. Good job. Introducing Aubrey. We found this random stage. Good show, but we have to get going. Nice job, guys. Wow, it was constructed in 1937 and renovated in 2006. Pretty amazing, right? We came down here to see the beautiful, famous Trillium Lake view of Mount Hood, but unfortunately the cloud cover is rolling in fast over the mountain. The water looks very, very clean here. I bet it's all from the snowmelt on the mountain. If you want to rent any kind of watercraft here at Trillium Lake, here are your prices. And hours at the bottom. The view is amazing though. You just can't see the mountain right now. We saw that car flipped over with caution tape on the way up, and now we know how they probably flipped over. You start dropping very quick there. It's a very steep downgrade, and they probably had a brake failure or were going too fast when they hit that curve. It's not crushed in or anything, it's just they just left it there because it's going to be hard to get out of there. So
it's also 55 degrees in the almost end of August, so it's very possible that they thought it was just road and they hit black ice or something.
yeah, it could be, because it could go below freezing up here. We're still at about an elevation of like 4,000 feet, so that's probably what could have happened as well. Today is our 5th day here in the Portland area, and we were getting ready, all excited to head off to Bend, Oregon, about 2 hours south of here. We're gonna go to the last blockbuster in the world, and some waterfalls, and a glacier lake, I think. I made a joke that it felt like we were sinking because it felt like we were on level, like one side felt like it was lower than the other, and I noticed the doors started leaning in the RV, so like anytime you left the door open it just stays where you put it, but this time they were like moving. I walk over here real quick, I look, and the tire is flat. That tire is fine, you can see. Tire behind it flat. Now this tire's been giving us a problem. It's been low on pressure. We fill it up, we drive, it's fine. We get somewhere, it sits, and then that's where it loses pressure. I don't see any holes. I've inspected it. I don't see anything in it. I'm suspicious of the TPMS monitor that sits on it. It looks just like that, but I removed it. So today, now we have to go shopping for an air compressor, an impact gun, impact sockets, a bottle jack. We're getting everything we need. Treat this like a side of the road emergency. That way, if it does happen, we can do it ourselves. So that's what we're doing today. All of our plans have changed, and now we're off to Harbor Freight to purchase some tools to remove this wheel and hopefully find out what's wrong with it, because it's a Goodyear Endurance. It's a really good tire. I monitor them, I cover them all the time. So we either ran something over really tiny, or it's the TPMS monitor valve having an issue. So yeah, I didn't know what was going on, but it shows we know our RV good enough to know that something's not right, and it was totally unlevel. Water was dripping off the counter the wrong way, and I knew we were not that unlevel the day before, so I knew something was wrong, and I kept asking everybody, does it feel unlevel? And of course everybody's like, it's fine, but no. My main important fact right now is to get air back in that tire so it doesn't damage the sidewall with all the weight of the RV sitting on it right now. So that's what we're doing. We're gonna get back here as quick as possible. Harbor Freight's like a half hour, 40 minutes away, so it's gonna be a good couple hours between now and then. So anyway, that's, I guess, the way things go. We've been very lucky so far. This is really our first major inconvenience, and it's not even that bad because we're at the RV site. We could be out on the road somewhere, and of course we'd be calling AAA. We wouldn't be going to get all the equipment to change the tire. We do have AAA RV Plus. We haven't used it yet, but we do have it. We also have Good Sam, and we also have Allstate. So we have 3 of them to use if we needed to. So we'll see you in a bit. We just arrived back to the RV from Harbor Freight. We were gone a couple hours. Right here is a brand new air compressor, and it's battery powered, 20 volt. And I didn't realize it, but up here it says tool only, battery and charger sold separately. Well, I was already spending way more than what I wanted to. This is $160. I ended up having to buy a battery charger and a battery, like 25 for each. But then since I bought all 3 together, I got $20 off. I was gonna get an impact gun, but those were a couple hundred. So instead I found a $25 torque wrench. Most of the torque wrenches there were well over 100. So I'm glad I found that. A nice breaker bar for the lugs, and about 2 different sockets because I'm not sure which socket size it will be. I got a 19 millimeter. I have a 19 millimeter and a 3/4. Those should work well with the breaker bar getting the lugs off. Didn't know I need this. It's like some kind of plumber tape for the fittings on here. And then I have a whole accessory kit that I'm going to use for the air compressor, which I didn't know I needed. I thought maybe they came with them. They don't. So it was a very tough time in the store. I was looking for an impact gun that worked with batteries because I didn't realize it could work with air because I was set on everything being portable. That would have been more money. Also have this 8-ton. I wanted a 4-ton. They only had 8-ton. It was only like an extra $8. So I have the 8-ton, which is the more weight than the entire RV and possibly even the truck. So that should easily do the job. So now I just have to get charging these batteries here. I have to get charging this right away so we can get air in that tire. That's the most important thing right now, so the sidewall doesn't get damaged.